guys? Welcome to another episode of Pincade. I know I had said that I would be doing some strong consideration on opening up some FTP access for last Friday to download a lot of the tables that I like or I've tweaked or whatever. And things happen. I got busy and I just didn't feel motivated enough to kind of do that. So it got shifted to this week. I just finished moving a large selection of tables. I think I have about 43 tables in there. Um, and the account is set up and everything, and I'm just testing access and security. And then probably Thursday night, I will activate that access and leave it up for probably about 3 days. Um, so the next video will have all of the information. So this week there'll be pretty much 2 videos, and as long as that video is up, then the access is there and everything. And then as soon as that video disappears off YouTube or off the channel, then I've suspended the service. So I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more testing tomorrow. I believe tomorrow is Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow is Wednesday. So I'll be doing a little bit more testing tomorrow. And then Thursday I'll be coming home from work and turning it on. That being said, like I've said in the other video, if this may prematurely get shut down depending on what happens. I don't, my ISP might not like the fact that I'm about to open up a floodgate to the entire internet. So we'll see what happens. And like I said, if I start seeing suspicious behavior, then I'm just going to shut it down. So that being said, this is probably going to be the last review video I do. Only because I want to start getting back into tech stuff. I don't want to constantly be like, hey, let's review tables. I kind of just do review tables just to kind of fill the gap until I could have some time to work on some stuff. Because I know a lot of guys, watching this channel prefer to learn how to get stuff working. Other guys do like the reviews. I don't really know. Right? It's a mixed batch, right? So I got to try and appease as many people on the channel as I can. So there's been quite a bit of reviews posted in the last couple weeks, so I want to try and get back into the tech stuff. The next video that will be technical is going to be showing how to hack the 3DS, the new 3DSs. So I bought a cart that allows you to install software onto it and games and everything, and I'm going to go through that whole setup for that because I have another cart coming in that I need to build. So I'm actually going to film this one this time so you guys can see, how this stuff works. And no, there's no way of absolutely getting away with not paying money to do this hack, right? However, it does make owning a 3DS much more appealing. I definitely am not regretting buying a 3DS especially after learning how to do this hack. So that'll be the next tech video, and then I'm probably going to go back to the hyperspin stuff like we talked about a while ago. But for the remainder of tonight, I want to review 2 more tables, and I'm going to go back to my solid states, and I'm going to go to one of the most interesting tables ever, and this table is called
Spectrum.
Right, and it's from Bally, I believe. Where is the? Yeah, it's from Bally. Now the it's a solid state, so the virtual DMD down there is going to look a little weird. Actually, I need to move that up a little bit for you guys so it's not cut off. So what is so interesting about this table? It's a solid state, like I said. It's got some really cool like future artwork. I guess in the future, like everything's a circuit board with resistors on it. Um, Especially ones that I can't even tell what directional flow it goes in, where the resistance starts and stops. But other than that, it's it's a pretty cool game because it actually combines pinball in their own methodology of it and basically code breaker. I think that's the name of the other game. The one where you have to figure out what the code is. So, if you also notice, there's no plunger on this table because it actually doesn't plunge the ball. There's no multi-ball. There's no ball saves. There's no. um, I'm trying to think of what else is on a traditional table now. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure there's extra balls probably for high score or something like that. Um, I've never really gotten that far in this game. I've actually tuned this table, um, and this table is on my list of the tables that I will be allowing for public download. I tuned it off of the table that I used to play when I got into this machine in Asbury Park. This is the only place I've ever seen this table, and it's actually no longer there. So basically, you hit the right flipper, and then the ball will come up through the middle, and it always feeds it down. These pop bumpers, not pop bumpers, sorry, these slingshots here don't actually sling. They're just hard plastic that the ball rolls against. Now these up kickers are not. They're kind of like up kickers, yeah, yeah. We could call them up kickers, but they're not traditionally the way you're thinking. They're gonna kick these into the frame here,
Spectrum.
and when it kicks it into the frame here, it actually spits a ball out from that side. So if you put one here, it spits a ball out from this side. Um, and it's pretty quick too when it happens. It's also a similar scenario with this middle up kicker here. Um, there is another place too that you could shoot it into this artwork panel. I think it's right here. I think it's these bends at the top, and that'll also send a ball to come out from that side all the way towards the bottom near flippers. So you're probably like, okay, so what the hell is so fun about this game? All right, because it sounds like a really weird, wacky pinball machine. Well, if you notice here in the center, there's these three blocks, right? These are the code blocks. So when you play, um, they'll just kind of like, do these flashing things or whatever. And as you hit these colored drop down targets or these up kickers, it'll give you clues if that is the right color or not. So for example, like if this arrow is blue right here and you hit this up kicker, it may say not blue or go for blue or something like that, right? And if it says not this color, then you'll know that it's not blue, right? So now this will probably be lit as yellow. This may be lit as something else. You may have hit some of these drop targets to tell you the color or what the color is and whatever. And it also does this sequencing that if let's say you've hit all three of these red drop targets, right? It'll mark this first series of blocks with a red marker, right? Now, if that marker is solid, I don't remember exactly what the rule set is. Um, if it's solid, I think shit. Now I can't remember. I'm trying to read the scorecard here, but it's some combination that if it's solid, then it's the right color. If it's flashing, then it's the right color but in the wrong positioning for the code. So as you go down, now this one will be the next section and so on and so on. So if you got a bunch that are flashing, then you've
Challenge me.
figured out what some of the colors are, but they're just not in the right position, right? So after you go through all of these, Then you'll go to this one and try it, and then this one and try it, and then it'll go back to this one until you actually break the code, right? Um, or maybe after you get to the third one, you get a different code. I don't remember exactly entirely the rule set because, like I said, I think one time out of playing this, I've ever actually broken a code. If I even have done that, I don't even remember. Um, and then you got these rollovers here that when you light these, they advance the multiplier. Um, I think the center shot gives you a better clue than these other up kickers, or by arbitrarily shooting these drop down targets. So let's play like a game or two, because like I said, I'm really rusty on the rule set. I remember majority of it. I just can't remember what exactly the light sequence means as you're going through the game on the middle of the play field there.
Spectrum.
Okay, so there you go. You see the color circle
Use right flipper.
going through. The left up kicker is lit for yellow, the right one's lit for blue, and then there's ones at the top that are also lit to try and give me some indication. When I hit those shots, it'll give me an indication of if it wants to tell me if that's the color or not.
You are taking too long.
So I took too long, so it just automatically launched it on me. So
Get a clue.
ah. So as you can see, nothing
Use right flipper.
got entered into that first code bank.
Not yellow.
Oh, see how quick that was? So when I hit that up kicker in the middle, which is a hard shot to get in real life, the yellow one was lit and it told me that it wasn't yellow. So hitting yellow right now would be very bad. Hitting any more of those two drop down targets up there would be very bad for me right now. So let's try and get this right. Saucer over here. Nope.
Not blue.
So it's not yellow, it's not blue. Oh, don't hit the yellow. So it's either green or red. Oh, that's not good. So I think that sound indicates that it's red. So that's a solid light. So I think the solid light is the right color. I'm not the right color, right spot. Let's see. See if we get the center shot while it's red, which is like impossible, but that was not what I wanted to do. And if you notice that the drop down targets after I got the first one never went back down. So it gets very challenging if you have one drop target like that in a bad spot.
Not blue.
So it's not blue for the second one. Oh. And if you can see that,
Not yellow.
so it's not blue, it's not yellow. I don't think it's green. I think it's red again. And it can duplicate the color. Oof, I'm really flirting with that yellow one up there. I really think it's red again. Oh, so look, there it goes. It's flashing. Um, Shit, I might have to Google this rule set really quick because I can't see the card. Because now I have...
Not yellow.
So it's not yellow. So now, that shot on the left is kind of like pointless for me because I already know it's not yellow.
Not green.
So it's not... Oh, my finger slipped off the button. So it's not yellow, it's not green. And that's gonna drain, yeah. So now, when you down,
Get a clue.
if you guys are interested in this game,
Not blue.
it does take a little bit of getting used to. Or maybe a solid actually means that it's the wrong color. I'm gonna look it up in a second once I drain. But like I was saying, when I first downloaded this game played way too fast. So,
One more game, perhaps?
and like I said, I tuned it so that it played more like the one that I played in real life. Now, I would suggest that if you're gonna learn to tune the table, this is the first table I've ever tuned in my life because it was a much more simplistic table. I fixed those rollovers that are in the middle because they weren't activating that well. Like there would be times you'd shoot it like 6 times before it actually activated. So I fixed those rollovers. I obviously tuned down the flippers. I tilted the table a little bit. I think that was pretty much about all I did to this table. Um, and this is where I pretty much learned how to tune a table because this table played like it was a DMD. And like I said, the one I played, maybe the one I played a little bit too light. Maybe it had soggy flippers. I don't know. But if you're gonna learn to tune, this is a good table to start with. And also you could watch other YouTube videos and see, how those real tables played. Maybe they play a little bit harder. But I do know that like I said, when I downloaded it, it was like, you could shoot that center shot like every single time, and that center shot is a very critical clue because depending on what is lit, it'll tell you if that's actually not the color, and at the same or if it is the color, and at the same time it unlights that light. So if you shoot it again, you're guaranteed that you're going to get the next clue, and it keeps going like that. So it's a very critical shot, and I don't think it should be that easy. Oh, look, I just realized it's showing me the code. Okay, so I was wrong on the first one. So when it's solid, it's wrong. When it's flashing, it's actually right. It's the right color, it's in the right spot. But I thought there was another light sequence that let you know that, hey, you have the right color in the wrong spot. I'm looking it up right now. Just bear with me for a second. And I now that I'm reading this, there's no way in hell I've ever broken a code yet because it actually announces that you broke a code and lights one of these stars that are there. I'm just looking for the part. Okay, so it says, as you make guesses, the computer array will slowly fill up with your guesses, which are these three slots. I call them slots, but um, where I lost my place that I was reading here. After completing 4 guesses, any correct guesses are already spotted for you in the next column. In the computer code array, you'll have to redo incorrect guesses. When you lose your last ball, the computer displays the code you were trying to guess in the rightmost column of the computer array. Right, I'm still trying to figure out. I keep seeing about okay, it's that simple. If it's solid, it's wrong, like altogether, and if it's flashing, it's right. So I must have read the scorecard wrong like a long time ago or something. So it's a little bit of a more simplistic, um, let you know if you got it right or wrong. Because I thought there was 3 different light modes, like a blinking, a solid, and then something else or whatever, or some other indication that you had the right color just in the wrong spot. But I might be thinking of something else. So anyway, it's a cool game. It's a different game. Um, it's definitely challenging. And if you like Codebreaker, and you like Pinball, this is like right up there, right? This is as good as it gets. Um, so let's go to the next game because I think the next game is also a Bally game. So it's like Bally night tonight. So this game is Medusa, yep, which is also a Bally game. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't fully know the rule set on this game, but because there is a lot to this game from what I understand. But I will just go through what I know about it because it is a fun game. I tuned this game as well. I think this is like the second or third game I've ever tuned. And this is when I really got used to playing with, slingshots and flippers and plungers and stuff. So the unique thing about Medusa, other than this annoying noise that's going on right now, is that I wonder if I should just mute the sound for a minute.
Time your shot. Light door guns.
Oh god, that sound doesn't stop. Okay, so I'm going to try and go through this quickly. In the middle here is a center post that you can actually, I set it to my right secondary flipper button, and this will actually kick the ball back into play if it lands there. It doesn't do it on its own, and you only get 5 of these. Right here in the middle it shows you 5. I don't know how you can gain more of these or whatever, but I try not to drain too much, and this thing is not that easy to, I don't want to say it's not easy, but most of your balls will go out the out lanes, to be honest with you, than down the middle in this game. And just because you hit this thing doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get the ball back. So the skill shot is talking about gorgons, right? And saying, you know, light gorgons, time your shot. What this does is it increases the spinner value off of your skill shot. So if you notice here, it's like red, green, red, yellow, green, and then this thing like flashes, right? So when you roll over these with the ball, when you plunge, you kind of want the ball to follow it when they're all lit like that, so that you get as many gorgons as you can. And then they're 500 each, and then they increase the spinner value. And the spinner is extremely important in this game because I find myself constantly shooting up the middle to get into this upper play field area, right? I've never really gone after any of these side stuff things here. This one looks like it has something to do with bonuses. I'm trying to just read the playfield and see. This looks like it says something about extra ball. Like I said, I really don't go for this stuff because this game is hard enough as it is than to try and shoot these, like, you know, 90 degrees sideways freaking shots here. But I do try and get my gorgons lit as much as possible and shoot the hell out of this spinner. When you go into this upper playfield area, this game is really unique because all these like Medusa drop downs will pop up, and you'll be using these flippers to try and knock down as many of them as you can. Now, as you knock these down, you'll be progressing through like a story mode of fighting, you know, Medusa's like henchmen or whatever. And up here on the top, if you notice, there's lights here, and it shows you like how far to get to the next zone right before like this bonus collect lights up and stuff like that. So when you get it up here, you'll hit, you know, one of these drop down targets or whatever. These flippers may come in and out as you're playing to block draining, and there's these green stand-ups that are good for progressing, and then behind the center one is a red one which will actually knock you backwards through your progression. And as you progress through these lights, they'll light up and they'll move, and this will light up to collect you know, the bonus or whatever, or the special or whatever that you're getting for doing that. So I don't know what this extended play or like numbers thing is. I gotta really read the rule sheet on this. I do play this anytime I visit Silverball, and I played it a little bit in Pinball. Pinburg. It's definitely a fun game. Like, I don't even need to know the whole rule set to kind of enjoy this game. But so let's take a shot at it and see what happens. Okay, I obviously need to fix the plunger on that. Okay, so I did it. Oh, that was awesome. This looks like it's gonna be a quick
Time
game.
your shot. Light gorgons.
Okay, that was another terrible skill shot. So I only got one Gorgar lit. Gorgon, sorry, not Gorgar.
Conquer Olympus. Enter Neptune's
So,
Cove.
the first one is easy. The first, see how it said conquer Olympus, and it said enter Neptune's Cove. So I conquered Olympus. That up kicker is now lit. The drop targets have changed in their location. As you can see, that light is also blinking further down. So I want to get the ball back up there, and it's okay for me to hit those drop targets or whatever. What you don't want to hit is that red stand-up that's behind the drop targets. But what I really want to do is get the ball back up there, and then shoot that up kicker, and then try and get more of these drop targets down. Oh, and sleeping on that button. I don't know if you saw me trigger it too late.
Conquer Olympus. Conquer Olympus.
So now it's getting dangerous because I keep shooting it up there and losing the ball immediately afterwards. So now the red target is exposed, and like I said, you'll most likely go down the out lane.
Time your shot. Light organs.
So I got 3 Gorgons. So I shot a little bit earlier.
Conquer Olympus.
Oh, Jesus. I used to actually be pretty decent at doing this Olympus stuff. And again, I missed with this. I'm like just rusty all the way around with this game.
Conquer Olympus.
Okay.
Conquer Olympus.
Alright, so I accidentally got the up kicker, so now I just need those 2 stand-ups and I get to the next zone. Oh, that was not good. So I hit the red one dead on, which bumped me down through the progression.
Conquer Olympus.
And that like so I just continuously keep hitting that red one, I think now. Kind of feel like this is playing a little bit faster than normal. Let's try it again.
Time your shot. Light organs.
Or maybe it was just a poor choice of playing Spectrum and then going and playing, you know, a faster solid state after, which is a technique I think they use in Pinball.
Conquer Olympus.
It's because you'll play one game that's like super fast and then the next game will be super slow and it completely just throws off your rhythm.
Collect Neptune's treasure. Conquer Olympus.
Oh, not good. I'm just destroying my progression. I'm running out of those things. It's so bad. That's like 3 in a row that I just used.
Conquer Olympus.
Can't backhand that. And these little lightning flippers make things real interesting in these little zipper lightning flipper things up there.
Time your shot. Light organs.
Nice, I got all of them. And I'm... Jesus.
Time
See,
your shot.
that's what I was trying to say.
Light
That center
organs.
thing is not easy to work with. I mean, you can save your ball sometimes, and then other times it gives you the illusion that you can save your ball. So now, oh, I got 1 back somehow.
Conquer Olympus.
I thought I was out of them, but... Okay, not bad. Oh, I just cannot get the ball to stay up there.
Conquer Olympus. Collect
Yes.
Neptune's treasure.
Okay, so now...
Conquer Olympus.
Nice, nice. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh. I just need that.
Enter
Nice.
Neptune's cove.
So you can backhand it, you just gotta roll it back. I mean, this is one of those games that you get into it, you
Challenge
start like,
Medusa.
you know, moving back and forth and really hitting the table and really getting into it. This game, when I played on virtual pinball, I feel the same way. I feel like my body moves the same way when I'm playing the real table. I get fully immersed in this game for some reason. Um, this is a fun and challenging game. I remember people playing this at Pinburg and they were just like, "What the hell am I doing?" Like, you know what I mean? Because it's not like a regular. It's not like most other pinball machines where the strategy is kind of obvious. In this one, you're just like, well, I see a bunch of stand-ups up there and a spinner. You're just like, I don't know what I'm doing here, and it's saying all this stuff, and it's not really entirely clear what you're supposed to do. Um, but like I said, if I read into this more, there's probably a little bit more of a deeper rule set to it. But that's pretty much the basic concept of it. I think there's a more in-depth review on this on the Papa website. Um, but I have yet to watch it, to be honest with you. Um, so that's what I got for tonight. Kind of a short video, but those are some real classic solid states in my opinion. Different, um, but 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 still good. Um, Now this week, just to add to prior news update, I forgot to mention this. Is that next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, I will be going. It'll be a real short week for me, and I'll be going to New Orleans um, come Friday of next weekend. So it's a 3-day holiday weekend this weekend in the United States. So that cuts my work week short, and then I'm leaving, basically Friday morning. So I'm cutting myself another work day short. So I got only like 3 days of work to try and get as much shit done. So there probably will not be a video. Is like the long story, the shortening of that long story during that week. So you'll get a bunch of tables this weekend if you have time to download them or whatever. I will give a short tutorial on how to download them on the next video. It's not difficult, but if you don't know what you're doing, you might not even know how to access them or whatnot. Um, but like I said, I'll do a short tutorial really quick on how to get into them. I don't want to do that now, just because the way I'm doing it now is not the way your guys are gonna do it. Um, that's pretty much it. And hopefully that works out well. If not, maybe we'll treat this as like a dry run, and then 2 weeks from now we'll redo it again. Anyway, guys, have a good one, and I'll see you soon.